Welcome back everyone to episode 5 of Let's Play Rule the Waves as Austria-Hungary. In the last engagement, which was the last 2 episodes, it's true, thanks for the comments by the way, I love the comments. I'll try to respond to every single comment, just because I really appreciate the chance to interact with the people watching these videos. Now it was said that I just didn't even pay attention to what I was getting myself into in the last battle, and it's very true. However, it does turn out that we came out on top, so that's nice. Now, to bring things back down to earth, to ground us a little humbling, we are blockaded. And that is unfortunate, but it's just because Italy has so many gosh darn cruisers. In terms of battleships, it's only, like 8 to 11, so it's pretty close, but they have 8 heavy cruisers, 14 light cruisers, compared to my 1 cruiser, 8 light cruisers. And I still don't even have enough forces over... okay, it says that West Africa is fine. I don't think that's correct. I think we have a demand foreign station is okay. Well, hey, if they're not requiring a foreign tonnage right now, we're not going to go protect it. We need every single ship right in the Mediterranean. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to keep our forces in the Mediterranean. I can't wait for some of these Bobbenbergs to come. It'd be really useful to have, my better my better battleships available to me. And on top of that, I guess we're going to have to build some new heavy cruisers soon. So anyway, let's go ahead and proceed, and I'm sure this will get us... Oh, yeah, okay, let's not continue. We definitely do want to send... Look at that, 12 are available. We'll just send all 12 onto ASW duty, because I don't really need any of them in the main fights. In fact, it's to our advantage to have them coastal patrols, because if they come up against a destroyer, we can actually... I think we stand a good chance of defeating any enemy destroyer, especially at this point in the game. Okay, first thing that happens... Oh! Okay, so this is how Great Britain interacts with us, I guess. They just add victory points. Now, if they add victory points on the scale of like 40 or 50 a turn, it's just going to be completely inconsequential, considering we're in very large fleets. And a battle is going to be, even a small battle is going to be 1,000, 2,000 victory points. So, now, we don't have the chance to decline this, but convoy defense... I hope to God our battleships are involved, because if it is just a cruiser battle again, if it's just a destroyer battle, I don't know. If it's anything but a battleship engagement, we're hosed. But here we go. And it's not a battleship engagement, so we're hosed. Okay, so we have 1 heavy cruiser and 3 destroyers defending against what? We've yet to see. Our merchant division is over here. We don't have the ability to take control yet, so we'll just let the game run until it gives us control. Oh, that was actually pretty quick. Oh, they're behind us. That's very interesting. Let me correct the window before we get going into it. And I'm not going to activate torpedo range. It's just so small as to be inconsequential. But let's pull up the rest of these things. Now, if they're behind us, which if it's an unidentified ship, they must be, and that's the one we're protecting, that's actually very good. That means we can maybe run them into the mines, we can run them into our installation. But the big thing is, let's just scout out what we're up against. So let's get our destroyers to go squad max. We're actually going to turn... there is a breeze coming out of the northeast, which means that we'll put our carrier to the south so that we can stay... oh, excuse me. So we can stay downwind of the enemy. Actually, we'll do the same for our destroyers. So... like so, and now let's just, is this when we're going squad max? Let's get her to go, yeah, let's have her go squad max, because positioning in the very beginning is important. Now, I might turn my destroyers on autopilot, or automatic, or AI controlled, whatever the term is, after a little bit. But let's see what we're up against first. These are actually destroyers. I don't believe it. No, there's going to be some kind of cruisers that we're up against, I'm sure. So let's continue heading in this direction. Because if this is correct, I think we can actually take these by ourselves. They have 2 3-inch and 4 2-inch. We have what, like 1 3-inch? Yeah. Yeah, our torpedoes, our destroyers are not going to be good until our torpedo tech starts to warm up. But the good news is our heavy cruiser can fire. We won't be firing, hopefully, our main armament. Hopefully just our secondaries. But the secondaries are going to do really well because how many? We have... Yeah, we have 6 per side, which is a fantastic number for taking down destroyers. 6 6-inch guns, it's just going to rip right through them. So let's get our heavy cruiser to move a little closer. I just suspect that this is not the entire fleet. If it is, well, that's insane and very good for us, but... Okay, so... I'm going to send the heavy cruiser north to parallel the destroyers, but I'm going to let my destroyers keep going down here just to see if there's anybody else. I'm not so worried about destroyers, actually. It's weird, but I'm really not. Let me see if there's any reports. Oh, yes. So way over to the west, there's a report. So that's where I'm going to send my destroyers then. A heavy cruiser and a destroyer is what they predict. So let's get our destroyers over to help defend. And let the St. George take care of these guys. We don't want to risk our destroyers being lost to destroyers anyway. I'm going to turn on torpedo range here just so I get an idea of... Oh, we're in torpedo range, so that's not good. So we're just hoping to catch them. We're really at the edge of torpedo range, and that would be really bad if we lost our only heavy cruiser to a torpedo. They're outside of torpedo range, and we did make a course correction. Uh-oh. Unknown has fired. Yeah, okay, so we see smoke. Yeah. Max speed, get these guys over there as fast as possible. If we can, I'd like to sink a few destroyers, because I don't really care about sinking if they sink our merchant ships. It's true, it's bad for our victory points, but ultimately, I feel like my victory is going to come from sinking more ships. So let's just hope that our destroyers can get in place, and our heavy cruiser's headed in the right direction anyway. Good, this is a hit. Hopefully we stay on target and we can get some more hits. Let's go squad max, we are. Okay, so we have 2 heavy cruisers at least. I'm going to do it now. It's time, I think, already. No, let's get them a little closer first. Okay, that's 2 hits. That should be good damage to the destroyer. And now they're going to be downwind of us. Okay, that's not good. This is early enough in the game where the smoke you create can seriously impact you. Now, are we dealing with just 2 heavy cruisers? Because that, I think, we can deal with. What we're going to do is send our destroyers down south to hopefully push... Actually, this is strange. We do want to keep them away from the merchant ships, but I also want to get wind onto the downwind side of them. And we're just at the perfect angle that we're almost completely in the wrong position. And they have more ships up here. Oh my gosh. They're running just buck wild on me. I suddenly remembered the name. I mean, I actually suddenly remembered the name, which is surprising. I don't know why it took me so long to remember the Adriatic Sea. So I'm sorry, it just came to me that this is the Adriatic Sea. I didn't even look it up since the last video, but thank God my memory is not completely going. Well, let's just keep pushing on. I don't know how to deal with this situation. The best thing for us to do is just to get close. I think we'll just put ourselves between the heavy cruisers. If there's only 2 of them, I don't mind rolling the dice a little bit, but I'd rather sink these destroyers first and then put these guys on automatic or AI control to send them on torpedo runs. It's not so bad that these guys are also firing. If they choose to launch torpedoes, though, that's a bad sign. Okay, so we have 1 up there who's probably going to sink that transport. Okay, let's get these guys to go to AI controlled. And we'll now just only worry about the St. George, and we'll get torpedoes to be launched. Okay, so now we're starting to fire at the Marco Polo class. Let's see what we're up against, just to remind myself. So 4 8-inch guns, pretty solid turret armor. At the same time, yeah, 4 8-inch guns and pretty solid. Yeah, they're almost identical. 4 torpedo tubes. They already sunk one of my merchant ships. Well, let's see if we can just keep them from sinking anymore. We're going to try to come around the bottom of them. Okay, that's not good, but I just almost don't care. That's this one up here. We actually hit a destroyer. By the way, did it tell us in the end medium damage? I mean, I wish that was heavier damage, but that's okay. We can still, even by losing all of our merchant ships, we can still win this if we do really good damage. So as of right now, we are now not impacted by the winds. So let's just do the comparison. See, mine arrow is closer to them than the wind, which means the wind is pushing the smoke away from me if I'm looking at them. And that's all I need to be basically downwind from them. Now, unfortunately, they're cutting at a very good angle and they're ahead of me that I'll have to come down south, which will put me back upwind of them, which is not good. But maybe they'll turn. Maybe I can force them to turn. And I hope that my crew gunnery just gives me an advantage here. I'm just hoping. And they landed the first hit. That's not a good sign. Usually I find the first hit is all it takes to indicate who's going to win. Okay, they did turn though. That is good. I'm only able to fire my forward guns, but I don't... Oh gosh, more unknown ships. Light cruisers. And they've hit me again. Okay, but now we return fire and we got 2 hits on the Marco Polo with our 9-inch guns. That's causing light damage. I'm going to... Man, no matter what I do here, I'm going to be downwind of them. I mean upwind of them, which is not where I want to be. Okay, this was a penetrating hit. It's a bit kamikaze what we're doing here, but I think I'm going to rely on superior Austria-Hungarian gunnership. And I think we have it. Our crew doctrine went into effect. Our 9-inch shells are just going to cause more damage per penetration. So if we're penetrating, and at this distance, I think this is what, like 2,000, probably 2,000? Yeah, 2,000 yards. We should be penetrating, and our shells are just bigger, so they have more explosive power when they penetrate. So here we go. That's terrible. Machinery damaged. Okay. That probably means our max speed is lower. It's down to 16. But that's fine. I don't care. Just keep running at the slow max speed. We're going to be firing off both sides. I'm just waiting for my destroyers to actually do something. Hopefully they will soon. Okay, those are light cruisers, which is what we would prefer to be up against. This is just a lot for the St. George to do. We're just relying on her to defend against every single, all 14 or 8 or whatever it is that the Italians have. She's up against all of them. Only 4% damage though, we're not so worried yet. Okay, so this is it, a 9-inch hit and deck extended, belt extended damage. That's fine, I'll take that. Have we done any damage? Light damage, okay, well. We could launch torpedoes here. In fact, we could have torpedoes launched against us from this range. Now, it's important for us to keep coming up so that, just a hair though, so that we stay, we want to be, from them, we want the wind to blow behind us, so we want to be downwind from them, yes. So now we are more or less downwind. And we got 2 more hits, fantastic. They're only registering light damage, but that's fine. It's crazy, but this is not so bad. Unfortunately, they are leading us right into this light cruiser group, and the St. George is not impenetrable. She's not like a battleship. More importantly, we have to worry about torpedoes here. Yep, there it is. There's the torpedo run. It has begun. I'm going to wait one more turn before I turn. Okay. We're going to turn away. Hard away, and hopefully my destroyers are doing something. There we go. So this is good. Now we're a little bit further away. It'll be harder to hit. I like to imagine what's actually going on in real life. You can see this big heavy cruiser. This is 1900s design, right? So it's probably got the big circular turrets in the front and the rear. And then just a bunch of big guns on the side. We're just blasting at these destroyers. Their heavy cruisers firing at us, and we've done a few hits on them. Not a whole lot of damage though. Light damage is all that's reported right now. But pretty soon these light cruisers are going to be in range as well. Now, I think that whole thing was their torpedo run. It's now my turn for my torpedo run. So we're going to come up to the northwest now, which hopefully will give us a better shot on the Marco Polo class, which I think we've already done a little bit of damage to. Okay, one of our turrets... No, not one of our turrets, one of the... Yes, one of the Marco Polo classes, in fact, the one that it needs to engage me is now disabled. Fantastic. So let's just keep going like this. We need to get a little bit closer, not that we really can with our speed, but we prefer to get a little bit closer just because accuracy this early on in the campaign, this early on in time, basically 1900s, the early 1900s, before we get to 1910, distance is the main factor about whether you're going to hit. So right now we have our destroyers just obstructing our line. That's also not good. And we're routing up through the destroyers in order to get into contact with this ship, which is also not good. But maybe our destroyers actually will get something done. Okay, we did straddle the Marco Polo. Let's see if we can get a few hits. Turn a little bit more so that we can get our full broadside off. Why is our broadside not working? Oh, I keep looking at the Marco Polo. No, it says this is St. George. It just didn't update. Okay, fine. And the Marco Polo, what about her? Yeah, one of her turrets is disabled, so this is perfect timing for us. Just try to engage as much as possible for as long as possible. And I don't know what our destroyers are doing, but we'll let them keep doing their thing. We only need to worry about our heavy cruiser. I'm only worried about our heavy cruisers, really. Okay, let's see how this goes. The light cruisers are beginning to engage my destroyers. That's really not good. Okay, another Marco Polo class hit. Light damage. Is the one we did the more damage to the Amalfi? I can't remember. I think it was the Marco Polo. Just guns going off on both sides. The whole crew of the St. George is very busy. Okay, now she did turn. When do we turn ourselves? Now that signals are misunderstood, let's just turn now. Okay, that turning is going to affect our accuracy for a little bit, but... And we really want to close as much as possible. We just need to make sure we're staying south of that line. Okay, let's turn this way. Very good. That was a good turn. Now we're close. Oh, good. First thing we get is another hit. Oh, no. That's a hit on us. And it didn't say anything, so I don't know if that counts as a hit or not. Okay, well, let's just steady as she goes. This is, we're downwind from them, which is good. Another hit. Okay, there we go. That's 6-inch guns, though. Come on. 3 more hits. That's good. That's fine. Keep firing. Another hit. My voice is starting to get elevated because I think we might actually be able to sink her. And there go our destroyers. They're going to make their run. Perfect timing, I think. Another hit. Perfect. Their destroyers are reacting to our move. We will also tilt upwards more. Okay. Target straddled. And now hit with our 6-inch guns, which are now engaging their destroyer. Very good. We're probably now obstructed because of the Panther. Panther literally has shells lobbing over her. Okay, another hit with our 9-inch guns. And the Panther got hit by, of course, the Marco Polo starting to fire at her. But this might be the time for torpedoes. A whole hit. No, nothing. Now you're just blocking me like an idiot. This is the point in time where it's really kind of silly to have your destroyers being really retarded like this. I need them to... Let me just manually force them over there. And now they're going to swing back in a second, but that's fine. It'll give me a little bit of time to engage, like even just engaging their destroyers and getting any kind of work done I can is important right now. Okay, we have a new sighting. Way down there. Oh yeah, well we've come pretty far away. This is probably the light cruisers. It says, yeah, it's the light cruisers. That's alright, I don't care. I don't care about losing my convoy. Merchant ships be damned, they should have been in the Navy. So we'll just keep firing here. Have we gotten better machinery? No, still damaged. I don't know what our destroyers are up to, but I'm going to let them go because I think this is line abreast. I think this is still a torpedo run. If it is a legitimate... What the hell are you doing? If it is a legitimate torpedo run, it's a good thing. But if they're just interested in... How are we even hitting with all the smoke interference the destroyers are causing? I don't know. But we're still hitting. We've done medium damage at this point. Get the heck out of my way! Idiots. They're very brave, but they're also a bit stupid. Let's angle a little bit more to get a full broadside off. Is that true? Are you really not firing that? Yeah, you are. Okay, good. We've identified a new ship as a CL. Where? Oh, behind us. Okay, down here. That's fine. We're just going to pick at the Marco Polo. We're chasing her all the way back to port. I mean, we ourselves have taken some damage too, but... Good riddance, you stupid destroyers. I don't even know what you guys are doing. Have we done any damage to these destroyers? It's unlikely. Oh, heavy damage to one of them. Not bad. Okay, let me just check my recording time. 21 minutes. We're doing okay. Let's push on a little bit longer before I call this to a close. And we're good. The further up we go, this is a port, a friendly port. So we can send any of our... In fact, as soon as we get north of this little island... we'll send our destroyer, the Tiger, back into Zara. Just to detach it to the nearest waters. Another unknown ship. I think we're just talking about these, yeah. So it doesn't matter. But let's head a little bit more north. We want to change. We got hit. I didn't see... not a penetrating hit, just a hit to the belt. These mother effing destroyers. Come on. Okay, they're not in the way. We are low on ammo, though. Only in the front. The aft is not low on ammo. So if they're not in the way, then they're doing fine. You're doing fine, boys. I apologize for yelling at you. I don't think that they're still fine. Yep, ship's following the range. Now you guys are messing up. Come on. I mean, what is the point? What is your objective here? I don't know what you're trying to do. Okay, 2 more hits, one with the 9-inch, one with the 6-inch. And they are coming up to an area where they're going to have to do something. They have to make a decision. Okay, another penetrating hit on the Tiger. Let's turn just right at them. I know that this... No, we can't do that. We can't. We need our rear guns to fire. Okay, let's turn south with them. That means that we're going to come in contact with this Amalfi, but... in order to try to finish her off, we're willing to do that. Plus, it's going to give me a little bit of time where those annoying destroyers aren't blocking my view. Okay, we have very little time before these light cruisers are upon us, and then the St. George has a new mission, which is sink a light cruiser. It's another hit. As many as we can. Another 9-inch hit. Is that on fire? Heavy damage. We could sink it. We need a little bit more, though. The destroyers are disrupting their destroyers. This is good. We actually caused their light cruisers to turn around because they don't want to face a heavy cruiser. That's smart. Although, to be honest, all of these light cruisers could probably take me down. So here we go. It's just mano a mano. Let's get a little bit closer. The Panther's avoiding torpedoes. What the heck are you guys doing? That means the Leopard's about to take one right in the port. Nope. In fact, her one gun got 2 hits in the last turn. That's fantastic. Hey, if you guys want to... Oh, we're sinking it. Hey, good job, guys. So our destroyers are doing something. The brave bunch of idiots, really, but they're brave nonetheless, and you can't take anything away from that. We also have this Amalfi class, which I'm a little worried about here. But let's go ahead and continue our fight against the Marco Polo. Are we launching torpedoes? The whole point of this black flag, gentlemen, just in case you weren't aware, was to launch torpedoes. So hopefully that happens eventually. Another Marco Polo hit. Okay, they are launching torpedoes, but not in a method which makes any sense. But that's fine. I'm going to keep leaving them on AI control. Everything's working out well. We're just going to tactically maneuver around the battlefield over and over. He's probably turning in for support from the Amalfi, which is smart. But we're just going to come back up north. Yeah, sure, we're taking... Oh, somebody was avoiding torpedoes, but we're taking a bit of fire from the Amalfi now, but I'm more interested in sinking the Marco Polo than even if I take a few more hits myself. Unfortunately, we're now in torpedo range for their destroyers. We'll have to be a little careful about this, but we don't present much of a profile, considering we're facing them basically bow right on. So let's do a little bit of dodging. Okay, that was another 6-inch hit. These destroyers can't really take that many 6-inch hits. So let's keep closing the gap. As long as our rear gun's firing, we're in good shape. This is good. This is a good angle. They will eventually have to run aground. Okay. More hits with the 9-inch guns. Our front is now out of ammo. Completely out. So we can only fire with our rear guns. Now we can fire with our 6-inch guns too, but belt extended hit. I'm not as worried about that. Heavy damage. Come on. Another superstructure hit. Our superstructure is pretty strong though, right? Nope. Only 5 inches. Not good. That's definitely a penetration. Okay, another 6-inch hit. This is good. We just have to wear them down slowly. And I have no idea what's going on with the destroyer battle. We're just hoping that we can sink the Marco Polo. Okay, this probably means it's time to turn around. We'll turn in towards them even. It's very risky, but I want to finish them off. Okay, a turret was disabled. This might not have been the right move because we got very close to their destroyers. And they're really lighting us up suddenly. Okay, we're just blasting right at each other from such close range. They hit us with their, probably with, I'm not sure what this is. We're up to 41%. That's medium damage ourselves. But they're down to 5 knots. I think, okay, those are 2 more hits on us. Damn it, hit them. 6-inch, we're just blasting each other back and forth. And here comes the light cruisers too. They have torpedoes. I'm going to pull away. We're about to run into a huge mess of light cruisers too. And these have, what, 4-inch guns, I think? Yeah. Still, I mean, enough 4-inch hits are going to do something. So what do we need to do? We need to pull into Port Zara. Our poor destroyers are like, what the hell is going on, St. George? Get out of there. It's still going to... I gotta finish it off, even if we lose the St. George. We don't have any torpedoes. Oh, she's launching torpedoes. Get out of there. You missed. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Okay, now we're just committed. We have to go down. I'm going to take these guys off AI control. Squad max is... Well, we're going to do whatever kind of squad max we can. And we're just going to head north. The Zara is going to come around the south. I'm going to detach these guys eventually because I think they're all injured, which means you can just demand that they go into port. Okay, well, this is not good. We have to keep trying to dodge torpedoes too, and we're the only ones getting hit. So this might have been a fatal decision. She has heavy damage though. Just need a few more hits and we can sink her. Come on, oh, it's disabled. Okay, fine. Alright, well, fair enough. At this point, we know what we're going to do. We're just going to go back home. So, just cruise 13 ahead. No, don't come back. Don't come back. Detach. I need to detach you. Detach. Detach. And can we detach the Leopard? I don't think so. Nope. So the Leopard is going to come back, and I can't do anything to prevent that. But That's okay. Okay, so now let's just let the St. George, hopefully her armor will hold up against all these light cruisers. I'm sure what's going to happen is they're going to rotate. Anytime one of their light cruisers gets hit, they'll just cycle it out. But we might be able to get away. Where did the Amalfi class go? I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, she's over here. Yeah. But it's closer to go up through the north, but I think we just have to try to go through the south to avoid action as much as possible. I don't think the Marco Polo class is sunk either, which is sad. Okay, we're going to turn back north. It's faster, and we're just trying to disengage. I think that was a good decision. These guys are coming, they're going back down anyway. I don't know what's going on. So the Leopard is going to be AI controlled with us again. We're actually firing at the Marco Polo again. Okay, well, you know the drill, guys. Torpedoes away, if you wouldn't mind. At this point, just escort us home. That's all you need to do. Huh. Can we control this guy? I don't think so, but he is technically ours. Well, no matter. So it looks like they're actually moving away. Here comes their light cruisers again. I feel a little more comfortable about their light cruisers. We're just going to blast them with 6 6-inch guns. We have higher armor. Our rear gun's firing again. Yeah, I'm okay with this. We'll see how this works out for them. I'm going to manually control my destroyers. They haven't launched any damn torpedoes, so never mind. If they can actually make a torpedo run, that's fantastic. I'm still confident that the St. George, despite her damage, is in better shape than these light cruisers. Okay, we just need to go up that way. And let's just let the game run for a while until something happens. It's very clear what their objective is to come close enough to me. But they also get scared because it's still a heavy cruiser. Very good. So we'll disengage here. That was good. It's about 1 episode's worth of stuff. Let's make sure that take these guys off AI control because they're being kind of silly. And now we're just going to go into port. Okay, let's turn off. Pause on sighting cruisers and large ships. Open fire, pause on identification. Yeah, this is fine. It's a DD. That is not the preferences. Look at it, it's even the Tiger. What the hell is she doing? Well, let's make her not AI control, and let's take her to port. You can't fire over land, you lose line of sight over the land, basically, so. You kind of see the ships, but you can't fire. Okay. We will say all, yes to all, and that'll be it. So let's get the game speed cranked way up. There it is. Alright, so it's still a major victory for Italy. We didn't end up sinking their heavy cruiser. Well, that's unfortunate. Even their 1 destroyer said it was sinking, but I guess it survived in the end. So just because they sank the 3 ships, we didn't prevent enough sinking of our transport ships to get a victory. To be honest though, this is really minor. I don't know what this translates to, 7,000 to 5,000. I don't know what that translates to in terms of victory points, but... So the bloody... Which one is it? The Giuseppe Garibaldi. Garibaldi is, she got away. We were really close to sinking her though. Oh well. I mean, we ourselves weren't in great shape. Although it only marked us as light damage. That's good. Okay. Yeah, it's just 120 points. Oh, my throat is gonna have to be cleared. Excuse me. Okay, let's see what else is happening. Well, this is really big. They're gaining a lot of victory points for blockading us. And it won't be... It'll still be quite some time before any of our battleships are out, so we need to keep selecting all the battles that we can. But that's going to be enough for this video. We'll come back and try to give the Italian Navy what for once more. Hopefully we get an engagement which is a little more even, but this is just what you get when you're playing on very large fleet size. So hopefully the battleships will be involved. That would be very fun. And I might go back to the thing where I end up skipping battles if they aren't with battleships or if they aren't like a good engagement. But I think I'll post this video because it was kind of exciting and we almost took down that Marco Polo class. So anyways, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for more in the next.